everybody that it may be time to, put down childish things and take up, adult things.
Okay.
And so I was like, all right. And I said, the last thing I'm going to do before I quit reading comics at all is I'm going to send a letter to the new Teen Titans, because it was my favorite book. And loved it. It was great. And so I did. I typed up this letter, and I followed. They had one guy who he was the Mad Maple.
Yeah.
Some people recognize that name. He was like all over the letters pages in so many comic books back in the 70s.
T.M. Maple, yeah.
T.M. Maple.
Jim's son.
Yeah. And he said, here's a bunch of really cool ideas for how you can make your letters stand out. So I used all of them. And then I was like, all right, I did it. I'm done. New Teen Titans had thousands of people writing them letters every month. And it'll never see the light of day, but I did what I said.
All right, put a stamp on it,
Put a
put it in
stamp on it,
mailbox,
put it in
that was it.
mailbox. And then I quit reading comic books. And it sucked, it's like anything, anything you loved, if you put it away, it sucks. Try quitting smoking, try quitting drinking, they all suck. Those are bad things.
Yeah, right, comic books will like ruin your liver, or your lungs.
Exactly.
Or your life.
Or your mind. Exactly.
Or your mind, yeah.
And my parents were like, you seem so just, so distant, and what's going on? And I'm like,
Oh, did you fall
freaking years
Did you fall into a depression after you stopped reading
No,
comics?
I
Really?
mean, you do that if you quit drinking, you quit smoking. You're like, wow, life really sucks.
Right.
Because that was your outlet. And a friend of mine calls me up, the only other friend I knew who collected comic books, and he said, go out and grab Teen Titans number 26. And I said, why? He's like, just do it, you'll thank me later. So I had to wait a day, and I ended up getting it, and I read the book, and I'm like, wow, cool, Terra's in this. That's a really cool new
Traitor.
And I'm like reading it, and then I read the last page, which is the letters page, and I'm like, holy crap, there's my name. And they printed my name, my address, the whole 9 yards, like
That's what they did back then.
used to do.
Your full address.
My full address, and I started getting mail from prisons. My father comes up to me one day, and he's like, why in the name of God are you getting correspondence from inmate 566?
Right, from the Broadway State
Yeah, exactly.
Penitentiary.
I'm like, I don't know, Dad. And
You better find out.
yeah, you better figure it out, boy. And so,
What did the letter say?
it just said, hey, I like Teen Titans too. Send me pictures. I'm like, pictures?
Hey, boy.
Yeah, it's like, I think we can be pen pals. I'm like, I don't think we can. Yeah, that was a unique experience. And, but that got, after that I was like, you know what? Screw this noise. This was a sign from the universe that I'm supposed to read comic books.
The letter from the prison?
No. I never thought about that. Perhaps the letter from the prison.
That's a
I can attest to that. That I worked at a prison nearby here, and inmates did subscribe to comic books.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, and you can see why it'd be troublesome that they would see addresses to presumably young readers and say, "Hey."
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, there was no like age, sex check, on
Right,
like, hey,
right.
How old are you? What's your sex? And where do you live? But after that, it was just like, they printed my letter. Out of the thousands of letters they got that month, they printed mine.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I've got to get back into comics. So I told my parents, I'm going to start reading comics.
So that was the sign.
Yeah, it was a sign.
Wow.